Thank you, Miranda, for joining us. This is Sharon from Positively Provost, and I'm speaking today with Miranda. She has her own company called Flatlander Equine Center, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
So Miranda is our first take on helping our community as a general by reaching out to some businesses and seeing how they're interacting with this whole COVID-19 and how as a community we can help each other. So we have a short list of questions for you, Miranda. But first of all, if it's okay with you, can you just tell me and tell everybody that's watching what you do for a living?
For sure. Yeah. So what I do is it's a home business. It's called Flatlander Equine. So I travel around to barns, arenas, to someone's kitchen table, and I teach equine first aid courses. It's very comparable to a human first aid course. It's just for horses. So teaching you what to look for if your horse is sick or in pain, how to treat wounds, how to wrap wounds, everything like that. One of our big things that we stress is about how to and what information your vet is going to want to know. So taking your horse's vital signs and having that baseline, so if something does happen, you can know if their temperature, for example, is up or down compared to what their normal is. So I travel around everywhere and teach those courses. I also teach a safe trailering course, so how to make sure that your horse in your trailer and with your truck is safe. Is your truck big enough to pull your trailer? Stuff like that. We also teach a disaster planning and emergency preparedness course. So what to do when you're quarantined or something like that with your horses. Do you have food and accessibility to water? If there's a snowstorm and you're snowed in, are your horses going to be okay? Your livestock, not just horses, all your animals. So that's what I do. I also, in 2017 and 2018, became the Northern Alberta affiliate. So I also travel around in the Northern Alberta area teaching instructors, new instructors to be instructors for themselves. So that was a leap that I took, and I sure enjoy it. Gets me out there with the community, with people, and teaching about what I love. So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what I do.
Oh, perfect. I must say that I absolutely love having you as a BFF because I know nothing about my horses and you're just a text message away. So thank you for that. So because you travel a lot around, Miranda, I don't know if I'm going by schedules here, but I guess kind of. So how has the COVID-19 impacted your business? And you have mentioned that you travel a lot. So of course that's no longer, and you do it with groups. Of course that's no longer. So can you explain in your words how the COVID-19 has impacted your business?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, as I said, I do travel around. I'm in barns, arenas, people's kitchens. So this has brought my business to a screeching halt physically. So I'm no longer traveling. All my courses, everything I had solid booked, are now all postponed until this comes around. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere at the moment. So yeah, it's been a learning curve, but yeah, everything, and I mean, I'm not the only one. Everything has just come to a screeching
That's
halt.
right. Yeah, we're all in it together right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next question, Miranda, is what strategies have you implemented?
So because I am a teacher, on my Facebook page, electronically, I'm setting up meetings with people. If people are having questions, they can reach out to me. I'm gonna be bringing in, I haven't done it yet, but this week is my kickoff. I want to bring in different speakers to a Zoom meeting similar to this and offer it out there. Another thing I want to do is reach out to anybody who was booked with me so that they can feel like we could do a group like this and I could do a small presentation. Obviously, we can't be doing the hands-on work, and that's one thing our courses are when I come to your house for the day, it's mostly we're out in the barn working with the horses, practicing real life scenarios that can happen. The other thing, I'm going to start working with my head office in building into the programs, more into our programs, looking at our disaster planning and adding in this element. Previously, it was all about kind of natural disasters and equine quarantines and such. So now we're going to add this other element into that and build that program. Just bringing in and doing it electronically. I think it's important to still have that contact with people. So,
you know, and we can now with technology, right? Like we can do it. And unfortunately for a lot of us, like even ourselves, it was like take two trying to set this meeting up, right? It's out of our comfort zone and we don't really know what we're doing, but damn it, we're doing it, girl. You know, we can do this. We can do this. And so I think that's the way our future is changing dramatically. And I think it's because of this COVID-19. So we got to, you know what, and some people, at least you're jumping on the bandwagon and you're adhering to it, but also with the compassion to help the fellow person still. Like you're compassionate about what you do and you know what you're doing. And we're honored that you're able to share this with other people through these horrible, horrible times for sure. So I think the next question we will do, are you looking for relief offered by the government? Have you looked into any of that stuff yet offered by the government?
So I haven't looked into it yet. I was kind of hoping this was all going to be a little quicker process than it is. But when it comes to that point, I mean, I will definitely look into those programs. That's what they're there for. It's not very often that programs get offered out there for your regular working folks, for everybody, for contractors. I'm not an employee, right? So that's a whole different ball game, as if you're an employee versus not an employee. So if the time comes, absolutely, I will be looking into the programs for sure.
Our business coach, he says, and I mean our business coach who I love, who you've met, but his business coach, like the high mucky muck fried sugars himself, he says, you look into everything offered to us. We have to do that because we don't know how long it's going. So from the high guy, he says to everybody that's listening, take advantage of what you can get right now. Like don't be missing out thinking that it's going to change. It might change, but take those opportunities while they're there, right? So yes. The next question is, any suggestions or insights you have to share with other people, other businesses, other people with any insights, any suggestions?
Yeah, actually, anytime you get an email from me, at the bottom of my email, I have a quote there, and it says, horses are always looking for a leader. Why not let that be you? I love that. Honestly, last week was a tough week for me. You kind of want to wallow. You kind of want to, drop the shoulders and that. And I actually seen my own quote that I've said, and it kind of kicked me into gear and said, okay, it doesn't matter if it's a horse or a human, we all look to leaders. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of switched my whole mindset, and yep, we're in quarantine. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that, but there's a whole bunch out there that I can be doing. So I'm going to jump on the being a leader bandwagon and put positive stuff out there, put my hand out there to people who need to talk, who have questions about their horses and what's going on with them. So yeah, we've all said at one time, man, if I only had the time to teach my horse or dog or kid how to do this, guess what? Now we have the time. Yeah. So that's my suggestion to any business out there. It sucks. This is not fun. When I've got people phoning me and saying, no, we don't want you here. We want our money back. We want our deposit back. It's like, that's a hard hit to take. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you're a storefront business where people are they're just not coming anymore. Or if you're a home-based business where people are like, no, we want our money back type thing. We're all in the same boat together. And I think if we all work together and help each other out, I think it'll take a totally different path.
Yeah. So I see, and so do you see on social media, like the whole community is coming together. I find it miraculous. And I'm really, optimistic maybe, but I think 2020 is still going to be a rocking year. I feel it just because of our communities really banding together, and it's really awesome to
Yeah.
see. One other last question, Miranda, is how can the community assist you in your business at this time?
Yeah, so this is a question I put a little thought into because I'm not a storefront. So I can't, make those types of arrangements, but I have a Facebook page, I have a website. People out there know people who would maybe need my services, right? And could depend on somebody like me to guide them with their horses. So it's a matter of, liking my posts and sharing my information to your friends that might be horse people. It's just about reaching out and supporting any businesses like mine in that way, and supporting us like that, I think, is one of the main things. And if you know me, recommend me to somebody, recommend somebody follow my page, or get me in to do an electronic presentation like this. And that's
right.
what can help home-based businesses like mine.
I put you on hold for 1 second. I got to sign a document here. Can I sign here? I think she's still unloading. I got a shipment coming in the back, which is awesome. That's why I'm here. But anyways, yes, so I think the social media is where we have to go to. And of course, it's always been powerful, but I think it's really going to ramp up. And of course, the sharing things, positive comments, of course, is what we're going for. Just sharing recognition. And even myself, like, I'm not anywhere near your caliber for the horse world, but I like to share the shit out of it, helping as much as people as possible, right? So I think everybody, if we could just get in that whole mindset to help one another with some good stuff instead of the negative stuff. Don't share the negative stuff, share the good stuff and help one another, like commute together, like come as a community tighter. So, okay, anything else you want to add to that, Miranda, before we sign off? Or
No, that's about it. I'm glad, and if more people jump on that, being a leader. And, in our courses, we talk a lot about how if your horse is injured or in an emergency situation, you can only help them by being calm. You can't, if you go in and race up to that horse and be like, that panic mode, it doesn't help. Your horse is going to fight or flight. So if they're caught in a fence, they are going to kick and try and get away. And I feel it's the exact same thing with people. If we all panic and go crazy, then and run in there like we are panicked, then yeah, we all will be panicked, and we're going to fight or flight. So I think if we all have a calm, prepared mind and walk into the situations calmly, I think we'll all be miles ahead.
yes, I think we can learn a lot from them, can't we? Hey, like I always think about my own boy, because I'm high energy and I have to shift down when I go to see him. So yeah, it's so definitely a learning curve. So Miranda, I'm going to put your Facebook link on here when I post this on Positively Provost, and I'll probably tag you personally as well. If I can do that, I'll figure out how to do that. So then everybody can find you and share as well, and anybody in your horse world or any in general, like you have the insight to humanity actually, right? So we can definitely follow you and learn from you, not even just by horses. So I'm going to sign off now, and I really appreciate you taking the time, Miranda, for joining us. And I'm going to post this, and I'm going to stop recording right now.